This game's been out for a few weeks now, and I still see some people confused, or at least don't fully understand the way that active reload works in this game. Specifically, I'm talking about the Gnasher. I see quite a few players do this in ranked gameplay, and it's kind of hurting them, and it gets them killed in a lot of like one-on-one situations. I will be talking about all of the active reload mechanics because despite them being pretty similar to previous Gears games, there's also kind of a lot that has changed that is specific to each weapon. So, first off, the big noticeable difference is that active reload is now on a timer. You can't active reload whenever you want, like in previous games. You can still reload and get that, quick, faster reload if you hit in the gray, but the white bar to get the active reload bonuses is no longer always present, and it's only present if the little meter next to your bullet count has filled up. That's the only time you will see the white bar when you reload show up and give you those active reload bonuses. And each weapon gets affected differently. In previous Gears games, as if you hit that active reload bonus, your weapon would get a damage boost along with a rate of fire boost, and it's kind of been like that for just about every Gears game. However, they changed it for Gears 5. So let's talk about the Gnasher and the big changes that, as I said, most people still don't understand, and it's hurting them in playing like in ranked match. The Gnasher no longer gets that damage boost it used to get in previous Gears games. I see a lot of people active reload before they get into an engagement whenever they have all 6 rounds in their magazine, and a lot of this could probably be just due to muscle memory because you're used to just having to active reload before engagements. However, it doesn't do anything for your damage. So what does it do? If your barrel is empty, if the Gnasher is missing every single shot and you active reload and you hit that white bar, you will reload all 6 shots. However, if you do not have the active reload bonus and you hit it in the gray, you will only reload 3 shots. I don't think a lot of people are paying attention to what happens on the top right corner. If you let the reload bar go all the way and don't attempt to get an active reload, then you will also reload 6 shots, but you will do it much slower. You only reload your full 6 shots and get that reload speed if you have the white bar present in your active reload animation. Now, if you have the active reload available, and what I mean by that is that the little meter next to your bullet count is filled up and it says you can do an active reload, and you have all 6 shots in your magazine and you go for that active reload and hit the white bar, nothing happens. You just wasted your active reload potential, I guess, and in essence the game thinks they hit the white bar, so they're going to reload all 6 shots, but you already had all 6 shots. And this is what I see a lot of players doing. They go for that active reload when they have a full magazine before they go into an engagement, and it doesn't do anything. It doesn't give you a power boost. That's probably the biggest active reload change that I've seen come to Gears 5, and I haven't seen many people talking about this, and I've seen a lot of discussion on whether it's only for ranked gameplay, if it's only a versus player, and that this doesn't matter when you're playing Horde, because in Horde, active reload is the same as any other Gears games, and that's not true. This is true for every game mode that Gears has to offer, Gears 5 at least. So now let's talk about what the other weapons do. So it breaks down into basically 3 categories: rate of fire, damage increase, and special active reload boost. As I mentioned earlier, in previous Gears games, if you hit that active reload boost, you would get an increased rate of fire along with damage boost, but that's not the case anymore. The Lancer, the Enforcer, the Hammer Burst, the new Lancer Grenade Launcher, the Retro Lancer, and the Talon, and the Claw LMG, all these weapons, they only get a rate of fire boost. They don't get a damage increase, and it's very noticeable on the Claw LMG. If you pick up a Claw LMG and you hit that active reload, you will notice that its rate of fire increases significantly. However, it does not get a damage boost, and I've seen a lot of people think that it does, but your increased damage is coming because you're shooting faster. And with this increased fire rate, it also causes increased recoil. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. You shoot faster, but you also have less control of your gun. Now, there are weapons that do get a damage boost. Those are the snub pistol, the bolt-talk revolver, the Marksa, and the overkill shotgun. Now, these weapons do indeed get a damage boost. You can notice it on the bolt-talk revolver. Typically, it's a 3-shot headshot to get a kill, but when you get an active reload, it's 2-shot headshot. Also, the Marksa also works this way. The next category is the special active boost, and most of these weapons are your typical special like map placement weapons like the boom shot, the drop shot, the M-bar railgun, the long shot, and the torque bow. For most of this, it's kind of only like a blast radius increase. For example, boom shot, I guess the grenade will travel faster and have a bigger like AoE area of explosion. And as I mentioned, the Gnasher falls under this category because it's kind of its own thing where you either reload 6 shots or you reload 3 shots. It doesn't get increased fire rate and it doesn't get increased damage boost. In a way, I actually like these new active reload changes because it means that in multiplayer, the Gnasher isn't the most dominant weapon out there. I know a few people are kind of upset with that because they've been used to having the Gnasher just be the most powerful gun since Gears 1, but now that it no longer gets that increased damage boost with an active reload, and that you only reload 3 shots if you miss that active reload, I think it opens up the door for other weapons to actually be viable. I've noticed the Lancers actually get used more often, and you can actually get kills with the Lancer, so that's pretty good. I actually like some of these active reload changes, but that's just my opinion. Anyways, I hope you found some of this information helpful. As I said, I haven't seen many people talking about it, and I don't think the game does a very good job explaining these changes, seeing as we're used to a certain way from previous Gears games. But that's all I have for y'all today, so hope you all have a good one, and I'll catch you all next time.